Hey, what's up guys? I'm Tommy and welcome to Tommy Tech Outdoors. Today I'm going to talk about some things you can do to help get you through the winter. So stay tuned. So on this channel, I do a lot of how-tos and share my experiences fishing, crabbing, kayaking, boating, and just spending quality time with family and friends outdoors. So if those interest you, consider subscribing to my channel by clicking that red subscribe button below and click that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Alright guys, so today I'm going to talk about some things you can do to help you get through the winter. Since it's cold outside and it's a little bit harder to go fishing or even to make the effort to go fishing because it's so cold outside. It's not that you can't, but you know, sometimes you just don't feel like bearing the cold. One of the first things that you could do is what you're doing right now. Watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos. You could actually watch all of my videos. That would actually help support my channel. There's so many great channels out there and information about pretty much anything that you want to know. So watching YouTube videos is a great way to help get through the winter. So one of my favorite things to do in the wintertime is go to the fishing shows. At the fishing shows, you can find a whole bunch of tackle equipment that is usually on sale and get really good deals on them. And you can also get your hands on them, you know, kind of touch them to see how they feel. And, you know, because sometimes when you see it online, it actually doesn't look like what it actually is. And also you'll get a lot of the local tackle that's actually made in the area. And usually at these fishing shows there are seminars where, you know, you can learn about different types of fishing from the experts and you can actually ask them questions yourself. So that's actually a really great thing to do in the wintertime. And I actually provide a link down below to my website where I actually list all of the local fishing shows around the area. And just keep checking back because I'm gonna add more to them. Add more to it when I find them. So going to fishing shows and seminars is a really great way to get through the winter. So one of the other things you can do is read a couple of books. I've got a couple of books actually made by some local guys here. This book here is Light Tackle Kayak Jigging the Chesapeake Bay, made by Alan Bautista. He also makes one regarding trolling, which I do have somewhere. This is actually a really good book, especially if you're just getting into kayak fishing, but it'll also teach you things you may not know already, you know, different techniques and ways to locate fish. So I highly recommend this book and his other one. I'll provide a link to all the books that I mentioned here in my description below. So you can check those out there. Another one is The Right Stuff, made by Sean Kimbrough. He's actually really known for light tackle fishing here in the Chesapeake Bay. He has another one, it's I believe called Light Tackle Jigging the Chesapeake Bay. I have that book as well, I just can't locate it. I know I've actually loaned out a couple of my books to some family and friends and I haven't seen them come back yet, and of course I forgot who I gave them to. So if you're watching this video and you have one of my books, please bring them back. Another one here is Fishing the Chesapeake, made by Lanny Rudo. This is actually a very good book. It's probably, I think, one of the first ones that I actually bought years ago. He has a couple other books that are good. Again, I'll provide a link to the books in the description below. So something else you can do in the winter time, it's perfect actually for you to do maintenance on your gear. Your fishing reels, you know, re-spool them if you need to. Get them lubed up. You could either do it yourself or send it to somebody. I don't have a whole lot of time and I get kind of nervous working with them, especially with these kind of expensive reels, the Stratex CI4s. So it's a great time to do maintenance on them and then, you know, re-spool any of your reels that you need to. And then you can also get your stuff ready for the seasons that are coming up, like in the springtime. One of the big things that is coming up in the spring here in the DMV area is the trophy rockfish season. It's a little bit controversial right now with the regulations, so I'm not going to get too much into that, but I'm going to talk about the spring tackle you can use, and what you would get ready for is like trolling is big in the springtime with these big parachutes. You can start getting those ready, and then, you know, that's also a great reason to go to the shows, is to, you know, get some of this tackle. I acquired this over time because these things are expensive, so it's a great time to prep for the springtime fisheries that are coming up. I actually will do a video showing some more of my trolling stuff. I never really showed you guys any of that, but I haven't really done it a lot lately, but I will show you guys that because it's kind of interesting. It's pretty complex, but so stay tuned for a video on that. And another thing you could prep for actually is crabbing. It's a great time to make a trot line if you're going to make it yourself. And then again, at the shows, you can go to the shows and buy a full trot line, snood line, or what have you. You can buy the anchors there, the chains, pretty much everything, tongs, traps that are already pre-rigged and everything. And then also, you know, if you're gonna buy traps that are not rigged, it's a great time to rig those, and then you can change your line on your traps. So get ready for crabbing. That's a great thing to do because it's time consuming if you're gonna try to make a trot line yourself. Now right now is actually a great time to get a rod built for you if you're into getting a custom rod built. This is actually a custom rod I got built for me by Steve Fogel of Backyard Custom Rods. These are outstanding rods. I know Walleye Pete uses these on his boat. There's a couple of other local charters that use them. This is built in 2012. It's been great. I've caught so many fish on this rod. The great thing when you get a custom rod is that, especially with, you know, speaking of experience of getting one from Steve, is, you know, he'll sit down and talk with you about, you know, what your needs are, and then build the rod based on that. And it's, you know, not gonna cost you, you know, as much as, you know, if you were to buy one of those higher end rods that are in the store. But the quality is outstanding. It's very light and very sensitive. I don't know how many rockfish or striped bass I've caught on this. Snakehead, I've caught perch, spots, but yeah, getting a custom rod built right now is a great thing to do because it'll be ready for you in the springtime. And of course, to help get you through the winter, if you're willing to be out in the cold, is to, you know, fish the fisheries that are available in the wintertime. I'm going to mention a few in Maryland, or the kind of DMV area. You can go yellow perch fishing right now, and there's also chain pickerel kind of in the same area, so you could actually catch both chain pickerel and yellow perch in the same area. Another thing that's big is blue catfish. Blue catfish are huge right now. You can catch some monster catfish right now. So another really good fishery right now, it's only catch and release, is the rockfish fishery, or striped bass. You can do light tackle jigging for them right now. It's actually a lot of fun. This is actually a rod that I use for that, and actually the baits caught so many fish on just this one bait alone. I'll actually do a future video showing you guys more about my setups and what I like to use, but that is actually a very fun fishery to fish on right now. So those are just some of the fisheries that are available here in Maryland. And then when the lakes freeze over, you could also do some ice fishing. That's something I've actually never done myself. I would love to do it. So if any of you guys know a great place to go ice fishing, or know any guides, or if you're willing to take me, that would be awesome. But let me know, because I would actually really like to try ice fishing. So yeah, that's one of the things that are on my bucket list. All right, guys, so those are a couple things that you can do to help you get through the winter. If you guys have any suggestions on what to do, like something that you love to do in the winter time, let me know in the comment section below. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe for future videos. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
You on? Yeah. Spoon and then a teaser fly.